Good morning, welcome to Golden Hour. So we have a shorter practice today to spend some time on the mat, to wake up our bodies and to move with intention and just respect where we're at today without forcing anything, but just having a more curious mindset towards this. So we're going to start today in child's pose, knees wide apart, reaching your hands forward, grounding your head on the mat. Taking a deep breath. Arriving into your practice today. Feeling if there's any tension in your body, any tightness. And just noticing the mind. If you're feeling slow, tired, or if your thoughts are racing, or if you're somewhere in between, just becoming aware. Inhale and exhale through the nose. And on your next exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper into the mat, letting your body let go. And setting the intention for this class to be present, to come back again and again to right now. And let's climb up to hands and knees. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips, pressing your hands into the mat, engaging your core, dropping your belly down, cow pose, head to the sky. Exhale, rounding through your spine, belly drawing into spine. Inhale, pushing your hands into the mat, cow. Exhale, finding your cat. And if there's any extra movement you want to do in the hips, the shoulders, feel free here. Waking up the body in the best way that feels right for you today. One more round of cat and cow. See if you can make it a little bigger. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands out in front of us, finding puppy pose. So knees stay stacked over hips, but dropping down, forehead to the mat. I might move back a tiny bit so I can reach. Forehead to the mat, hands reaching long, feeling that space in between your shoulder blades. So just sinking down. If this feels very accessible, you can always put the chin on the mat instead of forehead, so looking forward. Breathing. I forgot to mention we do have some chickens around, so you may hear some of them. You may even see them out the window. So welcome to the cabin. And then from here, pulling yourself forward, coming into Sphinx pose, pressing your hands into the mat, engaging your glutes, tall through the crown of your head, and then looking over right shoulder, looking over left, and then hands under your shoulders, coming up into a low cobra, very gentle, very small here. And lowering back down. Now again, inhale the tiniest of lift here. Exhale, dropping down. One more inhale. Lifting your hands off the mat. So we're fully using our upper back here. Exhale, hands to the mat and pushing yourself back into our all fours. Do one more round of cat-cow to reset. Back to neutral and sending right hand out in front of you. Left leg behind you, reaching long. Inhale. What is this? No, exhale. Knee and elbow touch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch everything in. Rounding through your upper back. One more. And then right arm comes around, catching hold of your left foot, kicking your foot into your hand, pushing away. Looking either down or a little bit in front of you. Releasing hand and leg. And let's go to the other side. So right leg, left arm. Exhale, crunching in. Inhale, reach. Exhale. One more. And then reaching back, grabbing hold of your foot, kicking, pushing away. Relaxing your face. And then releasing, tucking your toes under and making your way back to downward facing dog. So pressing your hands, driving through your heels, but long straight spine first before we extend through the legs. So it may mean you have bent legs for the entirety of this class, and that's fine. You can bend one leg at a time. Coming to stillness. 3 conscious breaths here. 1. 2. 3. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up to the front, forward fold, bending at the knees, holding opposite elbows, dropping your head, swaying from side to side, letting your face hang heavy, releasing your hands, and slowly as you can, we're rolling all the way up to standing. Open through your palms. Mountain pose, engaging through the kneecaps, lifting tall through the chest, shutting your eyes. Feeling your feet on the mat. Feeling your heart beating in your chest. Blinking open the eyes. Hands to heart center. Inhale, hands reach. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Here are some chickens. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back. Lowering down planks or knees or toes. Up dog, pushing hands away. Over the toes, pushing back downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Looking to the front of your mat, stepping up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, rising to stand. Hands into heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, plank, lowering down. Vinyasa in your own time, and we meet in downward facing dog. Two. 3, lifting right leg now high to the sky, 3-legged dog, and then bending your knee, big step, front of your mat, grounding your back foot, warrior 1, and then coming up on fingertips and just checking that your hips are square, so this left hip isn't opening out, but square to the front of the mat. Inhale, reaching up. See if you can bend a little deeper, opening through that front knee, engaging your core. And then opening up, warrior 2. Feeling where you are in space, we can go a little further forward, a little further back, and then landing in the middle. Forearm to side, coming over extended side angle. Either staying here or bringing your fingertips to the mat, or even your whole palm to the mat. Extended side angle, opening through the chest. Hand to the mat, opening up into easy twist. Extending through the back leg, you can always drop the back knee. And then from here, we're going to find our lizard. So walking right foot all the way to the edge of the mat, coming down on the back knee. If you want, you can stay up. So leaning forward, and then if you wish, coming all the way down to our elbows. Not holding our breath in the intensity here, but continuing to breathe, steady. If you want more, we can reach back to the back foot, catching on, opening through the chest. One more inhale, any more space you can find here. Hands to the mat. Tucking your toes under and stepping back downward facing dog. So your option is to stay here or to ripple forward into plank, vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog, pushing into your hands, stepping through front of the mat, setting up, warrior 1, coming up onto fingertips, checking your hip, drawing right hip forward, left hip back, and then inhale, coming up. See if you can relax in your jaw and your teeth, your eyes. Shoulders away from ears. And then opening up, warrior two. Back foot is at slightly in from a 90-degree angle. Bending through the front knee. And again, let's just see where we are. So we land somewhere in the middle. Pressing through your feet. Forearm to thigh. Extended side angle, hand reaches overhead. Strong fingers really pushing through the foot, extending through your hand. Hand can come down to the floor. And then hand to the mat, setting up for our easy twist, pushing through the back heel. You can have knee down. And then wherever you are, let's all drop the knee, walking left foot all the way to the edge of your mat, setting up for lizard. So staying upright, maybe coming down. If you have a block, you can always add a block to bring the floor to you, resting your elbows, forearms on the block. Remembering that the goal here isn't any particular pose. The goal here is to breathe. And then if you want to come into our twisted variation where we pick up the foot, catching the foot, pressing into your hand, opening through your shoulder. Sending your breath to that right hip flexor. It can be feeling very intense, and that's okay. We do a lot of sitting, we do a lot of walking maybe, sitting in cars, sitting at desks. A lot of things to make our hips tight. Releasing your hands, stepping back into dog. And then optional vinyasa here, rippling forward, elbows in as you lower down. And then walking your hands all the way to the back of the mat. So we're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, holding onto your big toes with your peace finger and thumb. Bending your knees as you need. Weight is forward. Dropping your head. And then release. Slowly rolling up. And from here, we're going to go into our dancer's pose. So making sure you have a nice even surface. Bringing your right hand behind you. Catching the inside of the right foot. So inside like this. Lifting left arm high to the sky. Engaging core, lifting till through your chest. And then tipping forward. Your drishti, your gaze, is over the middle finger of your left hand, kicking your foot into your hand. We have been here before in another variation earlier today. And our balance can come and go. So just accept where you are today. And if you fall out, coming back in. Coming back up, shaking out your legs, and let's go to the other side. So left foot with left hand, reaching high, inhale. Exhale, tipping forward. Kicking and reaching at the same time. Thinking strong through your standing leg, pressing your foot into the ground. And then inhale, coming back up. Let's shake out the legs. Inhale, top of the mat. Inhale to reach. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back to dog, and then coming to sit. Feet together, butterfly pose. So holding onto the outsides of your feet, growing tall through your spine, and then exhale, folding down. So just letting your breath slow. Closing your eyes. Coming up, rolling down, knees into chest. And then we're going to set up for our shoulder stand. So bringing palms onto the mat, lifting legs up more than a 90-degree angle, so up and over, walking your elbows towards each other. Hands are on your lower back, pushing into your lower back, and then reaching toes to the sky, pressing tall. See if you can walk those elbows any more in. Pointing your toes and gazing up at your toes. Letting the blood run the other way. It's a great way to bring some energy into the body. And then coming into plow. So firstly, knees come to forehead. And just feeling how that is today. If you want more, remembering more isn't always better. Extending through your feet, seeing if they're touching the mat. If they're not, they can be up in the air, that's fine. Extending through your legs, and then if your feet are on the mat, you can extend through your arms. Clasping your fingers. And just breathing here. Two more breaths. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Hands to lower back. Bending your knees, extending your legs. Hands onto the mat and gently rolling all the way back down. Placing heels on the mat. Feet wide apart, knees knocked together. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Beautiful. So we're going to come into our reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees opening wide. You can have hands still on your stomach and your heart. Or you can bring elbows overhead, holding onto opposite elbows. Relaxing your forehead. Relaxing it even more. So just have the feeling of melting down into the mat. So as we start to slow down, the mind can become active again. So if you find yourself thinking about the future, thinking about things that have already happened, try to gently guide yourself back to now. Remembering our intention for today is to be present, to be here on our mats. Bringing knees into chest, giving yourself a big hug, and then finding happy baby. So reaching onto the insides of the knees to the outsides of the feet, drawing tailbone down towards the mat. Taking the deepest breath you've taken today. And then slowly releasing your feet, coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. I'm going to need to scooch back. Feet fall wide apart, hands falling to your side, away from the body. And before we let go, clenching everything, feet, legs, torso, arms, face, squeezing everything in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release, exhale. Beautiful, starting to move hands and fingers, your feet, your toes, wrists, ankles. And stretch overhead, make your body long. And then knees into chest. Waking the body back up, and then slowly making your way up to seated, crossing your legs, closing your eyes, hands resting on your knees, tall through your chest. Take one big breath together. So big inhale, holding at the top. And then let's exhale through the mouth. Blinking open your eyes, hands to heart center, bowing your head down. Namaste. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed Golden Hour. If you're enjoying it, please let me know and subscribe, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow morning. Anyway, have a nice rest of your day.